When I was growing up, you were always asked what you want to be, and all my friends were the typical fighter pilot, train driver. I said lumberjack, which was a strange thing my parents thought.
The training for a tree surgeon is one thing, but then the conservation element of it is quite different as well.
Yeah, I'd always been interested in trees and forests, having grown up around them in Devon. And conservation was really where I wanted to go from day one, but becoming a tree surgeon, I learnt pretty quickly you're pretty much factory farming trees, cutting them in central London, removing trees because buildings are getting damaged. And it wasn't really where I wanted to be, but it was something I had to work through in order to find a conservation job eventually.
How would you describe a conservation arborist as opposed to an arborist?
I'd say that a conservation arborist is considering the habitat as a whole and the environment as a whole, and the tree as part of that. Whereas a lot of urban tree surgeons will be looking particularly at the tree. They'll be looking at making it aesthetically pleasing, and then we're concerned with the interaction of trees and the built environment, whereas we're concerned with trees in their natural environment.
What would a typical day consist of for you?
Generally we come in and we sort of prep the vehicles before we go out onto site and start working. It depends when we're here. We're generally doing one of, I suppose, three things. We're perhaps going into the woodland to do wood pasture restoration. Sometimes we are going out to work specifically on sort of the keystone, the veteran trees, and then other times we're going out to do tree safety work where a problem's been flagged up by a surveyor.
Like what you did at High Beech when I came and observed?
Yes, yeah. Like that.
Yeah.
So it depends slightly on what we're doing as to what equipment we need, and then once we've got everything, we go out on site, and we tend to work till around 10:30, have a short tea break, and then again we stop at lunch. And normally we're back in the yard at sort of 3 o'clock, I suppose.
Then you have a bit of admin to do and sorting out equipment.
Sort of sometimes it's just refuelling vehicles, cleaning them, because this time of year they get pretty mucky. I guess that's a typical day.
There's an unbelievable amount of paperwork as well.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because we all got into the job to steer away from computers and paperwork, and we seem to do a lot of it.
Such a special view from the cherry pick, and no matter where you are in the forest, it's always something you just go, wow,
yeah.
And most of the time, if we take it out, we'll try and go all the way up just to
have a look.
Just have a look, yeah.
Fantastic. Obviously, buzzards circling over the forest. It's just rare sights.
Yeah, and it's just a completely different viewpoint, isn't it?
Yeah.
From above the tree canopy looking down.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how else you get that other than some sort of helicopter experience, really. We're quite lucky that we get to take it out and use it.
I mean, basically, we enjoy every single day we're out there. I think our jobs are, as you see, they're fun-packed jobs.
Well, they're fun-packed, but they're hugely technical and physical. It's not. My experience of watching you guys is it's not all fun. You enjoy what you do, but it's extremely technical and very hard work.
But I get overexcited the day before. If I've got a huge climb the next day, I am like a kid at Christmas. I'm just like...
Just giddy
giddy with excitement. I can't wait to get out of bed in the morning. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
45 years old, I need to get control of myself.
Can you tell me what it feels like to be up in a tree when maybe if the wind gets around the tree and you're standing in the tree?
Yeah, you do have a little bit of a wobble now and then if the wind blows hard, you can actually feel yourself swaying. But normally it doesn't bother me. You learn to put it out of your mind, the fact that you're 60, 70 feet in the air on a branch as thick as a broomstick and hanging by the end of a rope and waving a chainsaw around. You just, I don't know, you do somehow put
it's
it out
when you
of your
put
mind.
it into words and you hear it and you think, wow, yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah.
But I agree with everything you're saying.
Yeah. But you just forget you're working at height.
Have you had any moments up a tree and just thought, oh, what am I doing? Or is it just all excitement?
It is all excitement. I have, in the past, before I worked here, climbed some dead trees in the urban environment, and I have thought, whose idea was this?
They could go at any moment.
They could go at any moment. There's spike fences all around and roads.
Yeah.
And you're just thinking, this is foolhardy.
Yeah.
But then when you come down, you know, the body releases endorphins when you've got away with something. You know, it's an incredible feeling. It really is.
Yeah, and yourself, Tom, how do you feel when you're in a tree and you're working on the tree, and do you actually get in tune with what the tree's moving? Or?
I really like it in high winds. I don't know if that's slightly weird, but you do. You get in tune with it. That's a really good way of describing it, and you just start to flow with it. Whereas when we're in the cherry picker, there's no flow in that. It does flex, but it doesn't feel natural. Whereas when you're in a tree, it's just twisting, gently moving backwards and forwards, and it's brilliant. It's a really nice feeling.
That's a good point.
What I find is at the end of the day, I'll drive home. I've got an hour's commute. I'll sit down on the sofa, and it's like I've been on a boat all day, and I'm not moving, but my body's just gently sort of buzzing from the day climbing.
So every tree you climb feels different as well. And when you start from the bottom of the tree and work your way up, you feel it swaying and twisting, as Tom was saying, underneath you as you work your way up.
Yeah.
And by the time you've got to the top of that tree, you understand it, and you understand how it moves in the wind and how it reacts to your weight. And they are all different. And you don't get that feeling in the cherry picking.